Welcome everybody. Obviously, Louis Marco, unexpected interview with the one and only Mr. Jason Genova. How are you, Jason?
I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. I'm competing in my last show in September, the Ruby.
Last show, you mean your last show ever of your career?
Not my last show. I might have a comeback in like 5, 6 years after my, getting on the reality shows I'm doing out in LA. I just might make a little comeback.
Alrighty, alright, so let's set the record straight. So you are pretty much doing the reversed action of Rich Piana, because Rich Piana moved from LA to Florida, whereas you're moving from Florida to California to pursue a career in acting. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm talking about Rich Piana since he lives in the same state as you. Do you meet him quite often or not even?
I don't see him that often. He's a busy guy.
Okay, is he still your friend?
We're still friends.
Perfect. Well, listen, let's get right into it. You sent me a private message, so I'm gonna read it to your fans because it was rather, how can I say it, peculiar to say the least. You wanted to clear some things and to set the record straight. I want to do an interview with you again, talking about my last show on September, and to talk how I overcame the disabilities, and people should know all about my struggles. So go ahead and tell us about that. What's going on? I mean, do you receive a lot of hate on social media? Is that correct?
Yeah, I get a lot of hate on social media.
What is it due to? What is the reason for that, according to you?
I think the reason for it is that it's jealousy. Number one, I've been in the fitness industry a long, 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 long time. I've been on YouTube since probably the beginning of YouTube. YouTube started around 2006. I got around 2008, so I've been around. I'm one of the early cats from YouTube. So you know, it comes with the territory. I've been hated on because number one, I built a following from the ground up and I worked my ass off for it, and it didn't come on a golden platter. Number two, they like to make fun of me because I have disabilities, was really messed up. And number three, I've overcome so much bullshit in my life, with the Tourette's and the OCD and the dyslexia and the ADD and the hyperactivity and all that shit, that they just think it's better. They feel better than putting somebody down with a disability. They feel better about themselves that they feel they're above me.
And how do you cope with that? Do you take that as a positive energy to feed upon, or does it affect you deeply in a sense?
Both, but I take it upon myself to basically feed on the fuel to overcome more in my life.
Okay, exactly. I mean, listen, I mean, we talked about Rich Piana. Rich Piana is one of the most famous people on social media, and when you go to his YouTube channel, pretty much like the top comments are just funny comments at best. I mean, people troll him, but he rolls with it, and as far as I know, he considered that as being a proper positive fuel, basically to be popular. I mean, Rich Piana, when he goes to expos, there are lineups that stretch for like 2 or 3 hours just to take a picture with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the reality show. Is it a certain project for you, or you're not sure about it?
The reality show sort of like between Jersey Shore, bodybuilding, sort of like Kim Kardashian type of shit. Basically, they follow you around. It's fucking hilarious. It's basically sort of like that.
Okay, does it have a name yet?
Not titled yet, but it does have some famous bodybuilders, probably from YouTube, maybe.
Okay, do you have any names to give us?
No, not at the moment, but it does have some big names. I can't name them yet.
Okay, does it have both genders? Does it have girls in it?
Yep, girls and guys.
All right, because I've seen you lately with several girls taking pictures, so it's gonna be something rather pop culture, so to speak, right?
Pop culture, yeah.
All right, and how does it fare with your mom? Because I know that your mom is your custodian in a sense. How does she feel about you
She
moving
feels, she
out from
feels,
her?
she feels, she feels honored. She saw me in the Muscle and Sport magazine. She was honored that I did that too.
Alrighty, and aside from that, actually, when will you be moving to LA?
Sometime next year in like the summertime, around there,
And you'll be living on your own?
I'll be living on my own. I already live on my own down here, but I'll be living on my own down there too.
Alrighty, proper man. That is amazing. The last time we spoke, you and me, was before the Ruby Classic, right?
Yeah, the Ruby Classic.
Okay, will you do? Will you ever do it again? Because it is the show that you have done the most, right?
Yeah, I'm doing the Ruby actually this year again,
When?
September 23rd.
Oh, so September again, the Ruby, right?
Yes.
Will Big Lenny be alongside you?
Yes, and Dale.
Alrighty, okay. Now listen, you have a famous saying, and a lot of people know about it. You say, "It politics," meaning you are being suppressed and basically misjudged because of politics. Do you actually really believe that, or is just a
Some of
joke?
it's politics. Some of it's politics. I mean, there is some shady judges out there
Okay, and you think you have been a victim of that?
sometimes because look at Coach Andrew, the guy who competed this year on YouTube and on the Delray Misfits. He
Huh?
was he was supposed to get first and he got second place. He got robbed.
Yeah, man. All right, and all right. Let's talk about. Actually, do you still follow professional bodybuilding, or not even?
I really stopped following professional bodybuilding when Dorian Yates started stopped competing.
Oh, so it goes back to 1997, man.
Yeah,
That was like 20 years ago.
yeah, yeah.
And you were born in what? In which year?
85. So I stopped watching bodybuilding when I was 12.
Exactly. Pretty. You were a kid. That's amazing, man. So I would assume that Dorian is your favorite bodybuilder of all time.
Yes.
I thought it was Tom Platz because you're known to have like.
Oh, Tom Platz's legs were my favorite. Dorian Yates was the upper body,
You mean the back, right?
the back.
Tell me about today's bodybuilders. Do you have a
My
favorite
opinion
or
on
an
the
idol?
bodybuilders getting too big. They're losing the classic look. They're
Ex-
losing. They're losing everything.
Exactly. You mean the bubble gut?
Yep.
Okay. Now listen. I don't know if you're knowledgeable in this case, but I mean, you're around bodybuilders. You're around PJ Brand and so on and so forth. Do you happen to know what is the reason, according to you, of this huge development in the gut? Why is their stomach so big nowadays? Is it due to food or to some things they take?
Growth hormone is one,
Okay. What else?
and eating a lot of shit.
Okay, so and you do not salute that, right?
I do not salute it.
Okay, what about the newly created division called Classic Physique? I mean, these guys
I
are
like
smaller.
that look. Pleasing.
So, do you agree that you will be more popular?
I think it will be more popular.
Proper, man, proper. All right. Aside from that, what else do you have to say to your fans? Because it's been a long time we didn't hear about you, man.
My fans, I just want to. I hope they, keep watching. I appreciate them, and I do love my fans. I'm really busy because I got a lot of shit going down here in Florida because I'm preparing for the Ruby. But you know what? I'm gonna, I talk to my fans on a daily basis. It's just I'm so busy with work or uploading or editing videos or doing something, where I just can't always interact with my fans like I would want to.
I see you quite often doing live videos on Instagram, and sometimes you're driving, man. Don't you think that is reckless?
It's kind of dangerous.
So you agree for that, right?
I agree.
Alrighty. Okay. So right now, if I do understand, you live in Delray Beach, which is next to Boca Raton, right?
Boynton Beach.
Is it far from Boca Raton?
20 minutes.
Okay. Is it true that Boca Raton is very rich and very snobby,
Yes.
and that is due to what?
A lot of people coming from New Jersey and New York.
So these people are kind of rich and they kind of snobby in a sense, right?
In a sense.
We don't salute them.
Mm-mm.
Alrighty, man. Okay. Do you have a question for me, actually? Ask me
I
a
have a
question.
question for you. What do you think of bodybuilding is not as popular as it used to be like in the 70s and 80s? It's
Exactly.
not.
Well, listen, I was just talking to Phil Heath before you, actually. And you know what? A lot of people are complaining behind the scene. They're saying that Phil Heath is not promoting bodybuilding. He's not doing what it takes. But hey, in a sense, what would you like him to do? Would you like him to go ahead and dance like Kai Green is doing with some funny stuff, some funny costumes? The fact of the matter is, I'm going to say it in this video, which is not even related to that, Mr. Olympia is a different entity. It belongs to EMI, which has nothing to do with the Arnold Classic. And these guys are two separate corporations that they like don't even interact with each other. I mean, if a guy competes in the Arnold Classic, he will not do interviews with the an outlet related to the other company and vice versa, as far as I know. So there is some dissent in the bodybuilding fabric, so to speak, and people don't talk about it. And let me tell you one other thing. I mean, last weekend there was the New York Pro, right? Nobody's talking about these so-called athletes who were drunk, who were dead drunk behind the scene after the placing. He was not happy because the placing was not fair according to him, so he got drunk and he was saying some bullshit behind the scene. A lot of weird stuff happening. It is not that flashy. Bodybuilding behind the scene is not that glamorous, so to speak, and I do
It
agree.
used to be glamorous when Arnold was competing.
Exactly, because it has that aura, it has that magic. Right now, unfortunately, charisma is a rare sight in bodybuilding, and me, I knew them so much, I'm not that passionate about it anymore. And right now, on my social media, if I do actually promote, I rather promote, physique and classic physique guys, because they're bringing back the aesthetics.
Yeah, and also that I want to tell you that the only, I'm a bodybuilder on social media, is well known in the fitness industry from YouTube. But the thing what's unique about me from all these bodybuilders, I'm very charismatic.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And that's very rare in a bodybuilder any bodybuilder these days.
Do you consider yourself being a shy person?
I can be shy sometimes, but I'm very friendly. When I meet people in person, once I get to know them, I'm very interactive.
Are you outgoing with the opposite sex?
I love girls.
Okay, but like, are you outgoing? If you meet a girl that basically you're attracted to, would you go ahead and make that known to her, or you'll be acting a little bit shy?
A little bit shy.
Okay, may I ask you if you are in a relationship now?
Not at the moment, but I've had girls. I have a lot of girls as friends down here.
Friends, you mean you're being friend zone or you're being intimate with them?
Friend zone.
That's not good, man. I don't salute that, man. I don't salute that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Tell me about your mom. Your mom is a very well versed cook, right?
Yeah, she's a cook.
She is what we call a cordon bleu in French, which is like a higher level of chefs in French cuisine, right?
Yes.
Do you think that basically hinders your fitness venture, since she makes you obviously some two of the delicious meals, or it did not affect you being a fitness?
Because it doesn't affect me because I don't go to her house that often to eat it.
Oh, so it does not affect you at all?
No, because I'm not there all the time.
All righty. Well, I saw her videos on YouTube, man, and wow, the meals she cooks, they look absolutely delicious. If I was you, I would eat a lot.
Yes, eat a lot, but I can't because I'm getting ready for the Ruby right now.
Absolutely. And your prep will last how long?
16 to 20 weeks.
20 weeks. Are you being coached by somebody, or you're rolling on yourself?
I'm doing it myself. I'm reading books to get a little knowledge from all the old bodybuilders.
Okay. Are you on a cut now, as we speak?
I'm on a major cut. I just started my cut on Monday.
Okay. And what is your current weight, if I may ask?
About 215. I'm going down to 190. 25 pounds.
25 pounds. And you reckon your body fat will be how much at that time?
8 or 7 or 9.
That's pretty much diced to the socks, man.
Yeah.
Okay, who is your aside from me, who is your best friend in social media when it comes to fitness? The guy that you interact with a lot.
Probably. If there was one, I would pick this kid named Zach. He lives in the Midwest. The guy who had cancer. Remember that guy?
Yeah. Okay, is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's doing okay. I talk to him sometimes.
What about Chris Jones? I mean, Chris Jones was supposed to train you like a year ago.
Yeah, I still talk to him once in a while. He's just a busy guy.
Okay, do you still plan to go to Texas to be trained by him?
If I have the chance, yeah, down the road, yeah, I will.
Perfect.
Definitely.
Let me ask you a question straight up. Who is the biggest fake Nati on social media? The guy who says I'm Natty, but he is not.
The biggest fake Natty. Uh, that's pretty a hard one. Maybe like Rashard Evans.
Who's that guy?
Not Rashard Evans. Mark Lobiner.
Mark Loblan. Rashad Evans is an MMA fighter, man.
Mark Lobiner. I mean.
Mark never said he was natty, as far as I know. As far as I'm not gonna put the word in his mouth, but I think he is on TRT, man.
Yeah, he's a freak.
He's a freak. Is he still a friend of yours?
I talk to him once in a while.
Yeah, you had some scrimmage with him back in the day, but you got fixed, right?
Got it fixed.
Okay, now let me ask you another thing. Like a year ago, you published on your social media, you said, bro, no longer call me Lord Vader, I'm Jason Genova. But right now, you're calling back yourself Lord Vader. What happened?
I got back in the dark side path.
Okay, and do you still feel that you are being betrayed by the so-called fitness community?
I feel like there is some like shady stuff going on in the fitness community.
Give me some examples.
They treat some of their athletes unfairly because they look good, and they treat them differently because they're not publicly. They're marketable. They're not marketable enough.
Okay, I see what you mean. And if we go back to the Lord Vader persona, what do you think about the new Star Wars actually that is coming on the movies lately since it was bought by Disney, I guess? Do you like the new direction, or do you think it has been somehow hijacked by some weird ideologies in a sense?
It's not as good as, my opinion is the only one I liked out of the prequels was the Rogue One because it had some mythology from Lord Vader. But really, if I was gonna pick all my three favorite picks, it would be Revenge of the Sith, um, Return of the Jedi, and Empire Strikes Back.
Okay, talking about the Lord Sith, you're famous for your Order 66 on social media. Do you still bestow that power via your piss troopers, or you refrain from doing it?
I refrain from doing it for now. There's nothing to attack right now. Like, I'm at peace with the galaxy for now. Like, the galaxy's been restored. But
Okay.
if it does happen down the road, I might have to unleash that shit again.
Against Christian Guma?
Maybe.
Well, Christian Guma, as far as I know, is no longer part of the fitness community. He does blogs.
Yeah, he does blogs now, but back then he was doing fitness.
Yeah, well, fitness is somehow dead these days, especially on YouTube. I don't know about you, but YouTube, I mean, is dead since about a year. It is not being renewed. Google will probably let it go for the simple fact it was never making money. It was breaking even this year, but then they got hit with the famous apocalypse. Right now, nothing is working. They're not innovating, and 75% of the views actually, or actually the data, went to Instagram and Facebook. Do you actually believe that Instagram is the future rather than YouTube?
I think they're both good. They'll both be still around, but Instagram's gonna get more stronger down the road.
Indeed, because they stretch their content to 1 minute, and people. I mean, the young millennials prefer shorter videos, and it's for free on Instagram, more accessible. They can go live on their device. For you to do it with YouTube, you need to download a client, and the client is not free, and they're relying on some weird stuff to make money. So I think the death of YouTube will arrive quite soon. It will happen just like it happened for MySpace. Did you have MySpace back in the day?
Yeah, and MySpace back in the day.
Exactly. Everybody had MySpace, and it's dead.
It's still there though.
I don't know. I don't even know, but it's not as popular as Facebook.
Mm-mm.
What car do you drive, Jason?
An Acura TL and a Mustang.
You have two?
Yeah.
I didn't know, man. The Mustang, is it a manual?
No, it's automatic.
What's the engine in it? A V6 or a V8?
V6.
Why do you have two?
I don't know.
Okay, is it a drop top at least?
Yeah, it's a drop top.
Ah, you want to shine in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, have you ever been to California, or it will be like the first time?
I was there in March.
Okay, so everything is planned. You have a place to stay. Everything is on record in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing, man. Amazing. Alrighty, so that's it. We're already talking since 20 minutes, man. You're easy talking to. Anything else you want to see to your fans, to me, to social media? Go ahead, man.
Lots of love, and I just want to tell my fans that not lots of love, and that I'll talk to them later.
Perfect, bro. Thank you for this interview. Appreciate it. And let's keep in touch on social media. Good night, brother.
Good night.
Have a nice one.